Okay, next question from physical inorganic part is question number 7. This question is of multiple correct answers. So we will be, let's say, answering, we will be having more than one option correct in this particular question. In an experiment, n grams of a compound X, which can be gas, liquid or solid, is taken in a container loaded in a balance as shown in the figure. I will be showing the figure in the next slide. In presence of a magnetic field, the pen X is either deflected upwards or is deflected downwards depending on the compound X. So this type of balance is there. M gram, the compound X is of m gram, but in magnetic field, if magnetic field is applied, the compound X is getting repelled. So we all know this compound X is going to be diamagnetic in nature. And in this case, when the compound is getting attracted in magnetic field, that means compound X must be paramagnetic in nature. So out of these given compounds, we have to identify which compound is paramagnetic in nature and which is diamagnetic in nature. So X is H2O liquid. We all know it's a diamagnetic compound. So the reflection of the pen is upward, diamagnetic upward deflection. That means A is going to be correct option. If X is this potassium ferrocyanide, which is a diamagnetic compound, deflection of the pen is upward. That means it is also correct, diamagnetic compound, upward deflection. X is O2. We all know O2 is a paramagnetic substance. Deflection of the pen is downward. Paramagnetic will get attracted. Downward is correct. So C is also correct option. X is benzene liquid, which again is a diamagnetic substance. So deflection should be upwards. It is written downward. That means D is incorrect. So correct answer to this particular question is A, B, C. So we just have to identify the nature of the compound, whether it's diamagnetic or paramagnetic. So we can say it's a moderate level question just because the language of the question is heavy, and maybe it's going to be difficult to decide what exactly is being asked in the question, but it's just we have to know the paramagnetic and diamagnetic nature of the substance. Next question from physical inorganic in paper 2 of this JEE Advanced is 8th question. This is of chemical kinetics. Which of the following plots is or are correct for the given reaction? In this reaction, this is bromide is reacting to give us the alcohol. We all know in organic chemistry that this is a SN1 reaction. There is going to be carbocation formation, which is going to be a stable one, and that's going to be the rate determining step. So it's a first order kinetics ka hi question hai from chemical kinetics, but involving organic reaction mechanism also. So P is the initial compound, Q is the product getting formed, and in this initial concentration is P naught of P. P ka initial concentration ko diya hua hai. Now the graph is being asked. So what is the correct graph out of these given graphs? Since it's a first order kinetics reaction, T half will not be dependent on initial concentration of the substance. So this is going to be correct graph. T half is constant. In second graph, initial rate is given to us as independent of initial concentration, which is not correct. The rate of the reaction is going to be dependent on initial concentration. We all know that C in first order kinetics is going to vary in this manner. C is equal to C naught into e raised to power minus kT. So rate of reaction is minus dC by dt. So this is coming out to be C naught into K into e raised to power minus K into T. So this is going to be rate of reaction. This is going to vary in this manner. तो initial rate जो होगा वो P naught पर dependent आएगा ही. So we cannot say this is going to be independent. So B should not be correct. C part Q upon P naught. Q is the concentration of the product formed. So concentration of product, if we want to calculate, then concentration of product should be the amount which got reacted. So initial concentration minus the remaining concentration. So remaining concentration is C naught into e raised to power minus kT. So if we want to calculate concentration of Q upon initial concentration of P, then this is going to be 1 minus e raised to power minus K into T. So this is going to be the correct equation. Mathematically, we all know that the graph of this particular function is going to be like this. With T, if we want to plot, then this is going to be like this. But the graph given in C is not like this. That means C again is going to be incorrect. So C is also not correct option. D, this graph ln P upon P naught versus time is given to us as a straight line passing through the origin. So this we can calculate by taking log of this. The log of C upon C naught is going to be e raised to power minus kT ka log hum lenge. So that way from this I can get ln of C upon C naught is equal to minus KT. So this graph should be ln of C upon C naught is minus KT, but this minus KT graph is not going to be this straight line. तो ये वाला straight line वाला graph भी ultimately इसमें गलत हो जाएगा. So though it's a multiple correct question, but only one option is coming out to be correct. केवल A सही है, B, C गलत है, D नेगेटिव स्लोप आना चाहिए था, उस वजह से भी अपन देख सकते हैं कि this is going to be incorrect. So correct option is only A in this question. It's from chemical kinetics, and since we will be looking more than one option correct in this particular question, but only one option is given to us as correct option, or only one option is correct, so that way it becomes a little bit of difficult question from chemical kinetics. So these are the equations. From this we can easily conclude which is going to be the correct graph. Next question from physical inorganic side is 9th question. This is from metallurgy, based on the metallurgy of aluminium. Which among the following statements is or are true for the extraction of aluminium from the bauxite? So this is a factual question. We all know, let's say, different facts about the metallurgy of aluminium. First option is hydrated alumina precipitates when CO2 is bubbled through a solution of sodium aluminate. So sodium aluminate is actually containing aluminium complex of hydroxide, aluminium's let's say hydroxide complex, I should be saying NaAlOH whole 4. So when CO2 is bubbled through it, it's going to precipitate aluminium hydroxide, or we can say hydrated alumina. So this can be the formula for hydrated alumina. We can write this. So this will get precipitated. So it's the correct option. This is correct. This method is used for the concentration of alumina. Bauxite के concentration के लिए this first method is used. Addition of this Na3AlF6 lowers the melting point of alumina. So cryolite and phospher, these two are added to lower the melting point and to increase the conductivity of alumina. तो हमने ये पढ़ा भी हुआ है कि cryolite, Na3AlF6 and CaF2, these two are added for lowering down the melting point and to increase the conductivity. So that way B option is also going to be correct. C, CO2 is evolved at the anode during the electrolysis. तो हम कार्बन के एनोड का यूज करते हैं. कार्बन एनोड will get consumed during the electrolysis of let's say this extraction of aluminium from the bauxite. So C option is also correct. The cathode is a steel vessel with a lining of carbon. That is also correct option. Especially steel vessel का भी यूज किया जाता है जिससे कि इसको strength भी मिले जो electrolytic cell है. So all these four options are correct for this particular question. So this is a multiple level question, multiple correct question, sorry. And A, B, C, D, all four options are correct for this question related to metallurgy of aluminium. So all this is factual question. All these are facts we all know. So this is a moderate level question from metallurgy, from metallurgical extraction of aluminium. Next question is from inorganic chemistry. Choose the correct statements among the following. So we have to select the correct statements. SnCl2 is a good reducing agent. That's correct. SnCl2 is very commonly used as reducing agent in reactions, in inorganic reactions. SnO2 reacts with KOH to form K2SnO6 OH whole 6. That is going to show the amphoteric nature of SnO2. So SnO2 is going to be amphoteric in nature. SnO is going to be basic, but SnO2 will become amphoteric due to, let's say, though it's a metal oxide, but metal oxide being higher in oxidation number becomes amphoteric. SnO metal oxide in lower oxidation number, that is going to show basic character, but SnO2 being amphoteric will dissolve in KOH. So this is correct, forming this complex. A solution of PbCl2 in HCl. PbCl2 in HCl contains Pb2 plus ion and chloride ion. That is not correct because PbCl2 itself is going to be a PPT. But PbCl2 in HCl will get dissolved. So PbCl2 plus, let's say, concentrated HCl, that is going to give us this complex of lead with the chloride. So that is tetrachloridoplumbate complex. So it will not be containing lead 2 plus ion and chloride ions. So this is going to be incorrect option. A and B are correct, but C is going to be incorrect. The solution will be containing tetrachloridoplumbate ions. D is the reaction of Pb3O4 with hot dilute nitric acid to give PbO2. It's especially mentioned that to give PbO2, that's a redox reaction. That is incorrect because Pb3O4 we all know is going to be a mixed oxide, PbO and PbO2. When this is reacted with nitric acid, then there is going to be acid-base reaction between base and acid, and this will be giving us lead nitrate, and let's say H2O will be produced plus PbO2 precipitate will be there. So, though once there was a question in JEE that PbO2 when is reacted with concentrated nitric acid, then O2 will be released. But in this question, it's especially mentioned that to give PbO2. So, if PbO2 is not further reacting with nitric acid, then this is not going to be a redox reaction. So, in this, it is mentioned that PbO2 is going to be one of the product. That way, this reaction is going to be only acid-base reaction. It will not be a redox reaction. So, is a redox reaction, that means this is incorrect statement. So, D is also going to be incorrect. So, this is the correct answer to this question will be first two statements only, A and B. So, this is from inorganic side, and we should be knowing these reactions. This is from, let's say, P block, this is going to be from P block, this is, we can say, from qualitative analysis, and this is from P block again, reaction of lead. So, this is a moderate level question. All these facts should be known to us, and most of the facts are common facts. So, that way it is a moderate level question.